Welcome to Love Budgeting. If you're just new here, we're doing budgeting videos, anything related to the financial budgeting, trying to keep it together. Now, I'm not a licensed financial coach, or I have not studied anything in the financial field, so this is just to document my journey and to help others maybe get motivated to also continue on their budgeting journey and to keep going and acquire and be able to accomplish all of their financial dreams. Now, with this being said, I am a single mom of a little boy, and right now I have not been working for 2 years due to the fact that I had to get some surgeries and I have chronic health issues, so I had to stop working. And for this reason, I am now depending from government help. But I'm going to show you guys how we get into this. Now, I live on an island. Here on the island, we do not get cash with our government help. Anything put on the actual card that they give you has to be spent only on food. Now, this was due to a couple years ago, but at least you have something to spend on food. It would be hard if you didn't have even money to be able to get food. So government help is there to help you guys. Don't ever let anyone take you down or try to shame you because you're receiving this government help at this time. At one point or another, some of us have had to get financial government help. And if you have not, God bless you, you have been very blessed. If you have not had to ever depend on anything government help related, you are highly blessed. So I have here, it's not a lot of cash, but I do have here, we're going to budget some things here and stuff. These three envelopes, I made these 3 envelopes. If you watch my previous videos, you will know about these envelopes. So I'm going to leave a link down below or somewhere on the screen or something so you guys can watch the chaos with me making these envelopes. Also, everything related to this book that we're going to be using or notebook that we're going to be using is also on my first video, so I'll also have that link down below. But if you have been with me since video 1, let's continue and show you guys. I still have yet to fix this up and to fill this out, but I did do this. So if you didn't catch us on the first video, here in subscriptions I put my Sam's Club, which is $50. I don't have any other dates, so that's what I have to put in here. Also, I want to put in subscriptions my car oil change because I need somewhere to write down. Although it does have a little sticker at the top that they always put, but I always like having it here because I don't want to depend on having to go downstairs to the car to verify when the mileage is up. So basically every 6 months is when I get my car oil change. You always want to be on top of that. Even if you're a single mom, be on top of that because your car can be very damaged and it's more expensive to purchase a new car than to just give maintenance to what you have. So I know it's $65, unless it goes up, it's $65 twice a year. And then my Car City sticker is always in October, and that is $200. So that's coming up soon, and that's yearly. So this is yearly, this is every 6 months, and this is yearly. So I wanted to put that there. I also have space left over just in case anything were to come up. I also left 2 space here because that is twice a year. Then here we have not spent anything since the last time that we spoke because I have not gone out. I refuse to go out, that way I don't spend. So I refuse to go out, guys. I am staying in the house. I'm not going out. You go out to these streets and the spending gets vicious. So we do have these. I did switch these up. You guys saw the blooper that I did on the last. The little mistake I made on the last, I also changed these up. As you can see, whiteout is my friend. Whiteout is always my friend when I'm doing my budgets. So this is what I have till now. Also, if you have a budget book and you would like us to review it, I'm going to leave my email down below, and so that you guys can get in contact with me and maybe mail it over, and I will for sure try to review it for everyone, and we will try to use it. Here we have a budget setup. Okay, the budget setup, remember, it was from here. So we already have two categories, which is the eat out and the school fund. And what I did was I transferred that over here. And once I finish out the month, then I will tabulate it here. And more or less we'll have here dates of by what time we need to have these funds in place. Now this is my income breakdown. In my income breakdown, we have sources. I did like a little small boxes because remember, we're not working, so we don't really have a large amount of income coming in and all of that stuff. So we want to try to keep everything to the bare minimum. I know some people out there do very sophisticated budgeting books, and they do the dates, and they do the source, and they do the paid, and they do the amount, and they do the budgeted, and by the time you come to see, one of these boxes just fills up a page from side to side. If you can afford that, do so. But for us over here that we're a little bit struggling at the moment, and we want to continue our budgeting journey, right? And we want to continue saving, and we want to continue conquering our dreams and our goals and everything. We are doing it very simple and basic. So if you're just starting, like this is even like high school, middle school friendly, so you know, this is even kid friendly type of situation that we're doing here. This is grown folks, like if you're just starting friendly. So the source is always going to be, the source will always be what's paying you. Here we have GH, which stands for government help, right? So I haven't filled this out because I was watching the news yesterday and they just so happened to say that there might be a little extra cash in here. So I was going to go back and see how much, you know, I was getting monthly and fill this out. But since they said we're getting a little extra cash, I left it in blank just so we're able to fill this out with the exact amount. And then for cash, which is what we have here, we have $47. So we got to make do with this. So that's why I don't have the total here. But if you don't get cash, or maybe you're a mom that also gets WIC. I know WIC is a little hard for you to put in a source because you don't know exactly how much you're getting, because you just get the packages. You get the food packages. But with WIC, when I was in the US and I was getting WIC, they give you a package, right? And you have to spend that in the month. So what you're going to do is, maybe this month you have to leave it in blank. But starting this month, every receipt that you get from WIC, every single receipt of what you paid for in the amount of, or that you cashed out on food, what you're going to do is write all those receipts here. Write those receipts here. It'll give you an amount of how much was it worth. And then here, you can put WIC, right? WIC, and put food. Wait, food over here, was it? No, WIC. Put WIC over here and food over here. Or WIC and groceries. WIC and groceries. That way you know, when you tabulate all those WIC, you know that you can put here government help, right, for your food stamps or whatever. And then you can put WIC, and you can put the amount more or less because you already did it here in the expense tracker. Because you put it in your expense tracker, you can put it here. I know some of you guys like, it's a lot of work, and why should I budget if I'm already receiving government help? That ain't really no cash. Why should I budget that? Let me tell you something. The amount of people that I have seen at Sam's Club or at the grocery store of females that receive food stamps, that stand next to me and say, these food stamps are not enough. These food stamps are not going to get me through this month. these food stamps are just not going to get me through. I'm not going to be able to cut it, right? Why is that? It's exactly because you have that mentality of, I have government help, so why should I worry about what I'm spending? That's the problem. You have to even budget that, because if you don't know how to budget your government help, let me tell you, honey, that last week or those last 2 weeks of that month, you will not have groceries in your house. And due to the fact that you're not working and you ain't receiving any extra cash, what are you going to do? How are you going to feed them kids? How are you going to feed your spouse or yourself? If you already spent all that money, you have no extra cash coming in. So that's why you have to budget this government help. And I, thankfully, thank God, I have yet still the day to see that I have said, this week I have no food. I have always had a little something, even if it's a can of spaghetti to warm up for my child, whatever, it's whatever, but you have to budget out what you're receiving, otherwise you won't be able. Also, in the U.S., you get some people, I don't know if everyone get it, but at least I know I have family members that do get cash with their food stamps. And they've gotten a pretty good chunk of cash with their food stamps. I don't get that here, so that's another thing. Learn how to budget that out. I know people that have budgeted that out and have been able to pay for things and, pay for their life, pay for a car. Yes, pay for a car with food stamp money, okay? So I'm just saying, if you know how to budget that out, right, you can get through. So here, that's why I have not filled out the government help, because, and I didn't put the date up here, so it's kind of incomplete. I still have to put the date, and I was going to put date and rollover up here, but I'll do that. I forgot. I don't know why. But when I fill this out, we'll have a total. But for right now, I'm going to put 30 in gas. So we're going to, I don't have 2 10s, but what I am going to do, okay, in my grocery pouch, what I'm going to do is, since this is see-through, in the grocery pouch, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the card in. The government help card, I'm going to put it in here. That way I know that's what I'm spending on groceries, okay? So that's something you can do. Whatever card you're getting, or if you're getting some sort of type of help, you can actually put it in here and know that that will be for your groceries. And then household, we have household here. And what I'm going to do is my personal care, because I didn't do a personal care envelope. In household, I'll put these $7. I believe we have $7 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For my OCD people that need to see all the bills the same way, there you go. Now we have everyone facing the same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm sorry to the people that look for the star. No, I didn't look for no star no here, which is a little star. I think it's here. You see a little star, which is a rare mix-up of a bill or something. I forget what that is. And to the people that save by the letters, I'm sorry, but our dollar bills are going in our household, which will be for personal care and household if we find any. So we'll put that in here. And for our gas, I'm explaining this here. I'm just like cash stuffing along the way. And for our gas, which you guys know what happened to our gas envelope, but we're still going to stuff it. We are still going to stuff it. He ain't the boss to me. This cash envelope is not the boss to me, people. So we're still going to stuff it. So I'm going to put the 40 because I don't have a $10 bill. So I'm going to put the 40 and then I will have the $10 left over. So we're just going to put the 40 in here. And when we put in gas, we'll only put 30 in and we'll have the $10 left over. And as I said, the groceries, I'll put the card in here so that way I know that the card is what I have to spend on groceries. Okay, groceries here. There's 2 ways you can do this. So we had the 30 for gas and the 7 for personal care groceries. You can split. Right now, I like splitting my government help into 2 portions. Now, I don't do the 50-50 portion, which is spend half these 2 weeks and the other half the last 2 weeks of the month. So what I'll do is since I go to Sam's Club and I do bulk buying, I will do about 70% of the spending, about 70% of groceries on the first 2 weeks, because that way I take care of my son's school snacks and I take care of his water bottles and his juices, which I get messages from school every day about please put extra water bottles in his bag, because the heat here is really up there. We're in 110 degrees, 115, 120 degrees, and it's extremely warm. So that's why I like doing like 70% of the grocery spending during the first 2 weeks, and that most of the snacks and all of that, they lean into the last 2 weeks. So basically what I'll be missing might be things to whip up either lunch or breakfast and stuff like that. So the other percent that we have left over, the other 30% we have left over, I'll take advantage the last 2 weeks and just grab in the regular supermarket whatever I will be missing. So like I said, because this right here is not determined yet, I cannot tell you guys how much I'll spend here. So for this, I'm doing a monthly budget. You do a weekly budget, every 2 weeks budget. I'm doing a monthly budget. Feel like $30 of gas a month. I don't really go out much, and basically the $30 is to take my son to school, but I don't have my son every week. Like this week I don't have my son. Next week I have my son, because I have the wonderful new trend that's now, which is the joint child custody. Joint child custody just means daddy don't want to pay child support, so he asks to have him 1 week yes, and I have him 1 week no. So he has him 1 week, I have him 1 week, he has him 1 week, which is a disaster. In my opinion, it's a disaster, but I'd rather have it the way it used to be back in the day, every other weekend, but whatever. So we don't get child support around here due to this reason. Yes, he is assigned child support, but he just refuses to pay it because he has him 1 week and I have him 1 week. So I've gone to court for this. The court still assigns a Lord have mercy, I was just saying the word child support. The court still assigns child support, but he won't pay it, and he'll just he'd rather spend all his money on paying for lawyers and lawyers and lawyers to not pay. So that's something out of my control. So I just deal with the budget I have and what I have on hand. God always is my protector. God is my savior. He is the one guiding me and pushing me forward. So I have what I need. I don't have what I want. I have what I need. And if this is what God determines I need in this moment, then it's what I need. So we have here gas, $30. Groceries, I want to do like a groceries up here and a groceries down here, just to have that split that I spoke to you guys about. But I'm going to show you that in the next video. So we'll have the subtotal down here once. This is what has me behind, y'all. Don't blame me. This is what has me behind. And then this is our last part. I should have inverted this, but Then I do still have one student loan left. God bless. I have that only one student loan, which is $3,000 something. We have yet. Look, I'm behind, guys. I'm behind. We have yet to do our debt little grid, but we'll do it. We'll do it. I'll see if I can get that done today, because I have to find the total, since that whole craziness has been happening with student loans. Do I have to pay it? Do I not have to pay it? Do I have to pay it? Do I not have to pay it? That whole mess has been going on. So I just checked to make sure, is it in zero or do I still have to pay? That's what I'm checking for. Like if I see a little zero on that student loan, I'd be the happiest person. But it's about $3,000 plus, so it's not much. We brought it down and it's about $3,000. And we will not be paying here because we're not working. So that's another thing. I do want to find a job. Is this that gone? This is the one that has the So, my God, I almost couldn't take that out. So we have here, so we'll just put 0 here because we are still not working to pay that off. But I do want to find me a part-time job because I want to see, since I have both of my knees replaced, I want to see how they do in the workforce. So I do want to find me like a part-time job, just to get in the groove and get my knees back in swing and stuff. And I have also been going to the park to walk, which is something that you can do for free, exercise for free. So I've been doing that to get in the rhythm of things. And I've also been doing, I downloaded an app to track my steps, just to make sure to see how many steps I can get in and, to see the progress. And here we have Christmas funds, my son's birthday, and car maintenance, which are the 3 things that I have to put in. I am still not going to budget for this, but I just have it here, but I'm not going to budget for this yet. So as of this month, I'm not going to just budget for this. But I'm sorry, I think I just hit the camera. But I did wanted to have this on here just to show you guys and give you a overview so that you can see. And in savings, of course, we're not going to be doing right now. So we'll do the total amount or the total income, which would be adding all of your totals, right? No, I'm sorry, excuse me. That's the second part. So the total income would be to add this. Wherever, like if you have 3 cash flows coming in, or 3 checks, or 3 ways that you're receiving money. Let's say one of them you actually won the lotto this week, or someone came by and gave you $20, or you were able to make handmade stuff and sell it to friends or something, So you do your all of your sources. I did only 3 boxes, but I just wanted to give you guys an example. You can do more. You can start yours all the way up here, depending on what you did. Then that total you're going to put here. Your total spend would be adding all of these totals of things, your savings, your sinking funds, your debt, your bills. And you add it right here. And whatever you have left over, if you should have anything left over. So, this is mine for the month of September. I'm going to keep you guys updated. We still have to do remember, I'm doing this is just like a rough draft, because remember, I'm doing all my spending here so that I'm able to have a better visualization of the categories I need here. So this is just like a rough draft of what I'm doing right now. But once I have this filled out and I have here how many categories I need to save up for, the amount, as well as the date that I need everything by, then I can actually do my budget and fill this out accordingly and in a proper way. So guys, this is what we have for today. This is our money chaos right now. Hopefully I'll be able to find a job, a little part-time job, so that I'm able to keep cash stuffing with you guys and keep budgeting with you guys. I also wanted to show you that I have a highlighter here where you can either here or here. Some people use different highlighters to color in their categories and be able to fill them out here. My thing is, I want to highlight where most of my cash is flowing to. Like, where did I overspend? That's my highlighting. If I overspend on eat out, I'm highlighting the eat out category. If I overspend on gas, I'm highlighting the gas category. That is what I'm planning to use this highlighter for. But some people have like the highlighters that come like in 10 different colors, and once they are finished filling this out, everything that's eat out, they'll do in yellow. Everything that's school related, they'll do in blue. Everything that's gas related, they'll do in pink, So if you want to try that type of method, but the way that I'm going to use this one is to highlight what I overspent on. That way I can monitor where the overspending is going. But this is what we have for today, guys. Thank you so much for accompanying me on my journey. If you are motivated and you have started your budgeting journey, let me know down below, guys. I would like to see, if you guys were motivated to start and what you're using. Are you using a budget book? Are you using a notebook? Are you using printables? What are you using to budget at home? Leave it down in the comment section down below. I'll leave links to everything down below. Thank you so much for accompanying me and for being a part of this community.